And with that, welcome everyone with the last game of the day here for the Wave Invitational. As we got the 2013s on the ice, Whitecaps and Flow. Flow in the blue, Whitecaps in the white. As we look to get this thing going. Excuse me, Mike Ellie here on the call. And every time you hear our timekeeper extraordinaire Wade Weil on the call across from us, I try not to talk over him. A little different here in this rink as we're sitting here in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia at the RBC Centre. As the Flow playing their second game here within the last 2 hours. So see what they have left in the tank as they take on the Ice Cats battle of the 34s in the pipes. As for Team Flow, we got Lucas Price, and 200 feet across from him, number 34, Jack McDonald for the Whitecaps. As we got a little bit of an earlier start here as the last game went pretty quick. Ended up in a 1-0. And the game before that was a tight affair as well. Expect the same thing here as the Wave Invitational. The top players from all across Eastern Canada and also from the Eastern United States as well have been putting on a show here day one on Thursday. Tomorrow with a full docket of action as well all day. And then of course Saturday we'll have your quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. As we bring it up to center ice, so it looks like we're ready to go. And we got 11 minutes up on the clock as a little extra time here as we got ahead of the schedule a bit. So these players will enjoy a little bit extra ice. And the Whitecaps look to take possession, trying to set things up here. And it goes down deep in the corner. Flow, they take a bump there. A couple large young hockey players battle hard in the corner. Now it comes up loose. Coming up to the other side. Now they'll go back the other way with it. Gonna go for a skate. Trying to find some room. Gets knocked off the puck. Right at center. Trying to turn back to pick it up, put it in deep. Another player gets knocked down here right in front of the penalty box area. Pops out. Whitecaps have it just inside their own line. Looking for some room now. Puts a little move on. Looking to bring the puck with it. Flicks it up ahead. Now inside the blue line. Breaks wide with it. Still keeps it as they try to set things up. As Deloriers looks to set, but now pass all the way back to the blue line, but the defenseman had went for a change. Then fresh off the bench was Guthrow, and Guthrow brings it back in the zone. Guthrow in the backhand, trying to bring it back out front. Save made short side, and gonna take no chances there is Price as he makes the save, covers up. Get our first whistle of this one here. 9:51 remaining in the first. No score. And still waiting. Oh, they're going to give a shot. I don't know if they're going to give that a shot on goal or not. First shot on goal as well. On the draw. Flow have it. Move the puck on the far side. Chips one in deep. Little chip and chase as they go behind the net. Whitecaps get there first. They force it to the corner. Looking to headman the puck up. It goes, get outside the line. Flow trying to push him right back in. Whitecaps put it back deep in the Flow zone. Looking to pick it up now. Bouthet knocks it up. Whitecaps pick it off. Goes off on the far side. So far a little feeling out stage between these two. Now the Whitecaps try and look for a steal just inside the line. Whack away at it. Whitecaps still with it. Looking to put the brakes on here, have a little shot. Trying to walk out front. Thought he was going to elect to shoot, but elects to pass off to the corner. Now back to the blue line. Walking in, looking for a room. Vernon rips the shot. That misses just wide. Flow try to clear. Whitecaps again, able to hold the line. Now it does just come outside. Flow looking to get a change. Whitecaps going to retreat back to their own zone. Looking to bite long stretch pass. That's going to be a hard one. Good play there to knock that down and get a stick on it. Was Carson McCarthy, sorry, just to try to stop that pass. And now the Flow have it here. They bring it inside the line. Far side now, looking to make a move, is Brett Wilson. Wilson with the puck along the boards. Looking out front. There's a chance. Going for the one time, and he couldn't quite get a stick on it. Was Landry. And kind of got the pass a little bit in his feet, but he did get a stick on it. Did go a little bit wide. Now it's picked up off the boards, off the glass. It goes out. Chase for it back the other way. Both teams looking for it and poke it ahead. And Price going to play that to the side. Flo look to clear it out. They do get up through center. Whitecaps pick it up in their own zone again. Pass up through the middle. Now just inside the line. Trying to use the defender as a screen, as ripping that shot towards the goal was Brady Young. That got deflected wide. They have in the corner, pass out front. And a good job by the defender just to lift the stick there because they're looking for a deflection in front. Now it gets taken to the corner. Going to be picked up by Bouthet. Try to use that long reach to get it out and does, but loses the handle. Icecaps will pick it up, pass up through center. Looking for some room now passes it off just inside the line. Here on the short side. Taken to the corner. Porter Dixon loses the handle. Flo pick it up. Got tripped up for a moment. Stays on his feet. Stays with it. Skates up over the line. Now hands it off. Short side. Drops it back off. There's the shot. The first shot on goal. And the first save. As said in that one was Cooper McDonald. On the Whitecaps goaltender. But the other McDonald makes the save. Jack McDonald. And we'll get a face off here inside the zone. 6:57 remaining in the first. No score. On the draw. Flo get the draw. Back to the blue line. Along the boards now. McDonald back up top again. Gets it back. Trying to walk off the wall with it. Looking for a shot. Likes to go down to the corner. Now back up top. McDonald. They go back and forth here from the defender to the boards. Now Cooper McDonald trying to find some room, hands it back to the defender on the far side. He lines up for a hard wrister and comes way out to the top of his crease to make that save was McDonald. Pass back up top again. Jackson Hoyt puts it down deep. Goes around to the far side now. Both teams give chase. Off the boards and the Whitecaps are back the other way with some speed, far side. Takes it all the way around. Tries to come back. He does shoots. And saves made. Rebound though. And the Whitecaps gonna get on the board first. Put the brakes on. Right in behind. Pass back. And the save's made. And it's the old untuck of the jersey as we try to get the player's number. And I believe it's gonna be 53. He's gonna get the Whitecaps on the board here first. Well, of course, we'll wait for the official goal announcement from the timekeeper's booth. Either way, Whitecaps do get the first one. We'll try to get the goal up for you momentarily as we bring it back to the corner. Whitecaps score with 5:50 remaining here in the first. Flo with it now. Trying to put it back up top. Whitecaps pick it off. They clear it out through center. Flo have it now. They try to wait for him to get back on side. Now they bring it back in. Throws one towards the goal there. Was Chasson. So listen for the goal announcement. So it was Delores. So Delores give the Whitecaps a 1-goal lead. We'll have that up on the scoreboard momentarily. And Flo looking to tie it up now as they're deep inside the zone. Spinning with it, taking it deep to the corner, trying to make something happen. Comes back to the blue line. Kept in. Flo put it in behind the net. Whitecaps will try the opposite side now. Look to move it up. Tied up for a moment. And they're going to try the far side. Now they're going to skate out. The Whitecaps bring it up over center. Inside the line. Trying to go through the feet, but can't quite get by the Flo defender. Now the Flo will go off the boards, looking to chip it out. Does just come outside. Battle for it right in front of the timekeeper's box. Now in front of the Flo bench. Whitecaps trying to poke it up, they do. Trying to find some room on that far side, trying to cut back in underneath the circle, and what a goal there! And tucking that home with a beauty as dancing along the goal line and bringing that right out front. Making number 87 look like 87, just like the NHL, as Xavier Landry gives the Whitecap a 2-goal lead. They'll bring that back to center. And back in the other way. Down deep now. Pass out front. Nice little pass. Walking in, ripping this shot and getting a better save as come up to the top of the crease to make that save as Price. Should say shots on goal now. 7-1 in favor of the Ice Caps. They lead by 2. There's a chance here on the side of the goal. Price is down. They bang away looking for a rebound. And can't find one there, so they try to find it. Look around. We look to get things all set up here. Face-off will stay inside the zone now. 4:06 remaining here in the second. Or in the first, sorry. I was supposed to see 2-0. As you listen for the goal announcement. Whitecaps keeping in line. Flo able to clear it. Now a chase for it back the other way. Whitecaps going to get there first. He's taking it behind his own goal now. He's going to Guthrow. Moves up through center. Okay, stopped at the line for the moment. Now the Whitecaps bring it over. Like trying for a pass over. Flo get a stick on that. There you look to clear. They chip it along the boards. See if it made it through center or not. And as the whistle goes, 3:29 remaining here in the first. 2-0 our score, Ice Caps. We'll bring it back to the Flow zone with the icing draw. On that draw now, Whitecaps try to go there off that draw on that short side. That comes out the other side. Flow clear. Take it down the other way. Little toe drag, gets tripped up, and there's the referee's arm up. And we're going to get our first penalty of this game and a chance for the Flow to get on the scoreboard. As he went reaching for the puck in that little move. Got the stick in the feet and heading to the penalty box here with 3:15 to go in the first. It's going to be number 20. Max Guthrow, 2 minutes for the trip. So Flo now with a chance on the power play, looking to get on the scoreboard, cut this lead in half. Whitecaps get the draw though, and they're gonna rim that all the way down. Send it to the length of the ice. Flo will have to start back in their own zone now. Picking up is gonna be Brent Wilson. Flo can't get the puck out. They'll try again now. Now they'll move it far side, looking to skate into that pass. Chipping up ahead, just gets inside the line. And forced down deep. Flo's going to pick it off in the corner now. Maybe the chance looking out front. Trying for the one time, but getting knocked down. Picked back up. Flo tried cross ice. There's a hard wrister. Nice blocker save there. As Jack McDonald gets a piece of that, but rebound's picked up again by the Flo as they take it to the corner. Trying to hold off the defender there is Chason, and he moves it out front. Going to be picked up by Wilson. Wilson looking to put it down deep. Goes funny bounce off in the corner, in the feet now. Trying to hold the line, and a nice job there to hold the line was Landry. But the shot going to miss wide. Picked up on the other side now. Looking to take a step is Maxime Chason. He hands it off. Looking to walk in, top of the circle, fires a shot. That's deflected, and you had to be careful there. As a redirect just in front of McDonald. Going one way, comes back the other way. But able to make the save, cover up, make sure there's no rebound. 46 seconds remaining here in the power play. 2:01 remaining first period. Face-off will come to the other side. On the draw now, in the feet, scramble draw. Whitecaps trying to pick it up. And they do, and they're going to send that down the length of the ice. Flo will start to carry it out. Gonna go for a skate now. Using that long reach, gonna hand it off. Gets it back in the corner. Bouthette. Back now to McDonald. McDonald with a defender in front of him. Puts the brakes on. Trying to find somebody open. Back the other way again. Down along the boards. Trying to find somebody open. Hands it back. Bouthette. McDonald. Trying to come off the half wall on the backhand, trying to shovel a pass over. Didn't get too much on that one, and they're going to send that down the length of the ice. As the penalized player steps back on the ice, We're back to 5-on-5. Little cross ice pass now. Going to be just inside the line. Moves it over. Looking to set something up with Griffin. He can't make the pass through. Whitecaps pick it off. They're back the other way. Under a minute to go here in the first. Whitecaps can't make anything happen inside. Flow pick it off. 2-on-4s are back the other way. Looking to cut inside. Griffin. He gets taken to the boards, gets taken down. Play continues. Whitecaps will pick it off. They're trying to chip it up. Up through center now. Over the blue line. Looking to make one move there. Trying to get by the defender. Still has it, but loses the handle. It goes down to the corner. Now it's going to be picked up at the blue line. Looking for a shot. Porter Dixon. He fires one. But able to see that, make the save is Lucas Price. Covers up. No rebound. 21 seconds left on the clock. 2-0 Whitecaps. First period getting ready to come to an end, and Whitecaps would like to add to their lead as we approach the end of the first. On the draw, 1-4 by the Ice Caps. Flow pick it up behind their own goal, but then they picked up in the corner. Looking to come out front with a little backhand pass, nobody home. Trying to get to the forehand, putting the brakes on, looking to set up. Xavier Landry. He's got one already here this evening. There's a shot that was deflected, just missed wide. And setting with that one time was McCarthy. Flow able to clear, and as the horn goes, that's going to do it for us here after one. 2-0 our score. And they're going to change ends here now. As I noticed in the last game, I don't believe they changed ends, but they are this one.
Okay, if this happens again, just double click on it.
I will get that all set up. So second period now on their way. And the Ice Caps lead here. 2-0. Flow looking for more now. They bring it inside the zone. There's a long shot. And you see there as McDonald likes to come way out to the top of his crease to make that save. Puts it wide. Now he forces it back to the corner again. Whitecaps along the boards now trying to get it out. Flow maybe a chance here with a steal in tight. Fires a shot and hits a defender in front. Doesn't make it through. Whitecaps look to clear again. They'll try here the boards down below us. Flow pick it off. They're trying to force him back deep again. As forcing that one forward is going to be Batter. Now from behind the goal, looking out front. And the defenseman had chipped in there. But again, the Ice Caps can't clear. As Batter again puts the brakes on in the corner. Rimming around, looking out front. And just getting a stick on that. The Ice Caps player now chipping in from the blue line is going to be Chason, as the Ice Caps finally able to get the puck out of the zone. All kinds of zone pressure there from the Flow, but can't get anything by the Ice Caps goaltender as of yet. As the Ice Caps lose the handle just inside. The Flow come back again. Back on the other side. Keep saying Ice Caps, I mean to say Whitecaps. You can tell they must be thinking of Tim Hortons. Now behind, here the Flow. Trying to figure out a little backhand pass. Going to come back to the blue line. Makes one move, cut inside Bouthette. He fires a shot, and there again, right in the old breadbasket, as the Flow player gives his stick a little tap in frustration, as he would like to capitalize a little more on that scoring opportunity, but it's going to be hard to get one by McDonald here so far. 9:11 remaining here, second period. As the goaltender, Mr. Hurd is talking about him, took his helmet off for a little adjustment there. Looks like he's okay, ready to go. Full slate of games again tomorrow. We're here all day at the RBC Center as everybody tries to get set up for a championship Saturday. As play continues here at center. Both teams go back and forth. Whitecaps pick it up deep in their own zone. Little DD pass behind the goal. Now they start to break up, but the Flow step up, pick that off. Little passing play in tight. Nowhere to go, though. They're going to take it all the way in behind, put the brakes on, looking to come back out front again, come back to the blue line, and step in. There's another shot, and a rebound as they bang away at it. And again, you can see the frustration from big number 27 as he had that one and got the shot he wanted. But McDonald comes way out to the top of his crease, makes himself big, makes a big save, rebound. As they whacked away at it, he's able to find it and cover up. And we'll get another draw now here in the Ice Cap zone as the Flow coming with a little more emphasis here in the second period. It was all Whitecaps there in the first. And the Flow here on the side of the goal, in behind, looking out front, holds on to it, maybe back to the blue line. He likes to go cross ice, little sauce pass. Lands right on the stick of Batter. Batter takes it down to the corner. Down behind, they lose the handle. Flow try it again now as they cycle it down low. Whitecaps trying to push it. Batter down there again to pick it off. Takes it to the corner, trying to find somebody open. Puts the brakes on, cuts back in, looking to get it back low. Give and go maybe from the corner. Puck's loose! And Whitecaps just clear that away. After McDonald made the save, rebound was available for the moment, but the Whitecaps had to pick it up, taking the length of the ice, carried it all the way, and again, there it is. Number 87 with his second of the game, and a beauty as he takes that the length of the ice, cuts back out front, waits out the goaltender, and then tucks it home, giving the Whitecaps a 3-goal spread. Bring it back to center. Bouncing puck. Really picked up by the Flow. We start to feel this one thrown away with the talent that we have here on the ice. Anything can happen. No lead is safe. That's for sure. Whitecaps back the other way. Looking to dump in, little chip in chase as they put it in deep. Flow get there first. Brent Wilson loses in the corner though. Whitecaps from behind the net, looking out front, back to the blue line, looking to set something up. Delorier, he's got one already. His shot's blocked, and the Flow pick up a loose one. They're back the other way. Partial 2-on-2, maybe 3-on-3. Little drop pass. Griffin can't get the shot there on the short side. Loose puck now picked up by McDonald. He goes back to the blue line. There's a long shot. There's a chance in front. The loose puck leaked down and getting back and making the save. And looking to the skies, he can't believe it, is Riker Griffin. But Jack McDonald read that perfect, getting back over in position. As we listen for the goal announcement. On the draw now, 6:55 to go here in the second. Puck in behind, along the boards. Whitecaps trying to clear, gets forced back to the corner. It's picked off now by Landry. Look for some help along the boards as it's put down deep from Steel Landry as a bouncing puck in front of the goal. Pass out front. Whitecaps pick that off. They're off to the races the other way. Looking to break wide now. Landry, you already have two this evening. You know what he's looking for with the puck. This time he passed out front and looking for a shot with a bouncing. And it's going to be Carson McCarthy. Gets that shot off, but a better save there from Price, who got that high on the shoulder. Now from behind the goal, Landry on the back end on the pass out front. Didn't quite make it through. And the Flow cleared out, but the clear is far center as it's picked off by McCarthy. Puts it in deep. Trying to find it now, forced deep. In behind the goal, Porter Dixon. Whitecaps come try to hold the blue line. Little cross ice pass, but the defender already left his position and he had to worry about the Flow on the very good there. Now a little pushing and shoving below us as Whitecaps are making a change and got caught on the wrong side of the blue. 5:57 to go here in the second. 3-0 Ice Whitecaps. So I'll bring that face off outside the line. Flow trying to push it forward now on that far side. Pass out front, gets it through, puts the brakes on, holds, and scores. Now McDonald almost got back and got that paddle down, but a great job there and able to hold that one and put that home. Beautiful pass out front, and he's all by himself. And I'm pretty sure that was going to be, going to turn around. I'm pretty sure it was Cooper McDonald, number 36. So it might be Grant Johnson. Either way, we'll wait for the official call. All the flow carriers are back on the board, making this a 3-1 game as they get on the scoreboard. Whitecaps right back the other way though, as they pick up the center, little drop pass. There's a shot that hits a defender in front. Flow will look to clear. They do get outside the line, but getting over there first. It's going to be the Whitecaps, and it's going to be picked up by Deloriers. He's going to take it all the way back from his own zone. Here's the goal announcement. And it was number 63, Grant Johnson, not number 36. I had those numbers reversed. Either way, Flo don't care who scored it, just that they're on the board, making it 3-1. But it is Grant Johnson, number 63. And here's a Flo with the puck again inside the line, looking for more. And a chance here, short side, firing a shot. And getting that one towards the goal. But deflected over top was Griffin. Now a chance again for Griffin, another shot as he's right in the high slot, but that one's blocked in front. And two chances there from number 87. Whitecaps though pick this one up, looking to spring, trying to get a step in behind the play, trying to get one through, but getting his stick lifted right at the last second with a good defensive play. As a partial break now trying to get back for the Whitecaps, as Max Guthrow thought he had a partial break, but a better play by the defender. Lift his stick at the last second, but the Whitecaps coming back again. Stick check just inside the line. Flo will bring it back. Inside the line now, just below us. Get forced to the corner. Trying to force a pass out front, hits a skate. Whitecaps picking up behind their goal. Back the other way. Little spin a few times behind his own net. Now got to look up ice for it. Little touch pass here through center. Whitecaps over the line. Looking to set up. Has taken it down low. It's going to be Joel Doyle. Can't quite get the pass out front, but the Whitecaps keep it in. Now it's Landry trying to make something happen. Back top to the blue line. Walking the line. Looking toward the front. There's some traffic. Didn't quite get a hard shot through as it's picked off in front. The Flow will clear the zone. Now to the far side. Pass just inside the line. Flow going to cycle it down low. Looking to go back out front with it. Couldn't quite get it. Now he likes to walk out and throw his own shot that goes off his skate. Was Landry. Now here comes the Whitecaps again. Going to lose the handle though at center. Flow got to get back onside. They just jumped and they've double checked to make sure. Looked like they're going to be close to offside, but it looks like the player might have got on the bench in time. Either way, they play it safe. They do. There's a quick hard pass there. And then a backhand pass, but nobody home. As he might have been better off taking that shot himself, as he did a little drop pass. But the Flow player here left that position. Now the Whitecaps will bring it again the other way. Pass far side. They put the brakes on. Lose the handle in the corner though. Flow looked to clear. Little chip. And that again, nice little play here. Partial 2-on-1 shaping up back the other way now. Looking to pass over, does, but couldn't quite connect as he held the puck long enough and put out front, but didn't connect with the his intended target. Would have been a nice little play. There's a shot there from the Whitecaps. Misses wide. Looking to pick it off the boards now. Kept in at the blue line by Deloriers. And again, he's going to step in. Hands it off. On the backhand now, trying to shove one towards the goal. Excuse me. Whitecaps going to send that down the length of the ice. And McDonald thought about coming out to play it for a moment, but wisely goes back into his net. Icing's the call. 1:14 remaining here now, second period. Face-off will come back deep in the Flow zone. on the draw. Whitecaps control, back at the blue line, looking for a shot. And rips the shot there, but hits some bodies in front. Misses on the far side. They get the rebound though. Now here from off the wall, hands it down low, trying to find someone open. Lex going behind to the opposite corner now. Now back to the blue line. Walking line, taking this shot. There's another deflection in front. Is firing that one toward the goal was Porter Dixon. Flo pick up a loose puck though. Start to move it quickly here on the short side. Lex to shoot, fires that one, but misses that one wide as they try to go back far side with Landry. Now from the corner, backhand pass over front that's picked off by the Whitecaps. Last minute of play now here in the second. Whitecaps trying to clear, forced back in deep again. Flo from right where those Zamboni doors there. Kind of a funny bounce there. Trying to hold the line. Whitecaps look to clear. Look to move it up ahead and jumping one step ahead too much. As the puck was a little slow getting to him, offside is going to be the call. 42.3 up on the clock. Face-off will come just below us. This game here will end our day one in the 2013s. I'll be back in action tomorrow at 10 a.m. where the Whitecaps will be back in action again. They take on the Surf as they had the puck now in their own zone. Putting the brakes on. Got a defender or got a forechecker on top of him. They try to clear the zone, kept in at the blue line. Looking maybe for that bounce pass off the back boards, but it stays in behind the net. Flo will stop it again. As Griffin, pass over front, trying to get the three, trying to whack away at it, but McDonald couldn't quite get a stick on now from the blue line. There's a shot sliding over with the blocker. Is McDonald as Bouthette again with that hard wrister. As time ticks down, Flo trying to throw everything at the net, but I think it's going to be a little bit too little too late as the horn goes. So that's going to do it for us here after 2 minutes of play, 2 periods of play. I'd say 22 minutes would be proper there. 3-1 our score. We'll take a short little break here as we get set up here for the third period. Been a great game so far. Of all these games have been at all the different levels. So 11 minutes back up on the board. They played a few games here with 10 minutes just to the tournament got a little bit behind schedule, but now everything's back up on schedule, maybe even a little bit ahead of schedule as they bring it to center. Teams switch ends, and the Flow control the draw. Inside the line now, far side, shot towards the goal, blocked in front. Whitecaps trying to clear it out, and they do. Poked ahead, get a foot race forward. It's back in the Flow zone, but getting back there first and picking up is going to be Maxime Chasson. Now he looks to kind of rimming around the boards now. Whitecaps pick it off for the moment as they have it in the corner. Flow will try again. They're trying to get the puck out, and they do. Looking for some room to skate now. It's going to be Batter. By himself now, trying to find a shooting lane. Can't get one, but a loose puck. There's a shot, and it's still loose. Walking around, and it gets through the legs and scores. Flow, a lucky recipient there of a loose puck, and just throw anything in the net. Good things happen. Flow cuts it down to a 1-goal lead. After the Whitecaps went up by 3, Flow slowly getting back in this now, 3-2. We'll have to wait for the official goal announcement here from Wade in the timekeeper's booth. Shots on goal now, 10-9 in favor of Flow. But they're still down by 1. Whitecaps looking for some pressure there as they're inside the zone. Trying to force that 3 is Landry. That puck's going to get flicked up and land in the bench. On Team Flow. Face-off will stay inside the line. There to the right-hand side of goaltender Lucas Price. On the draw, Whitecaps look to control for the moment. They forced out the puck though, and the Flow will push it down. Whitecaps will pick it up inside their own line. Looking up through the middle. Pass picked up now, heading the other way. Inside the line, trying to put the brakes on, trying to set something up now. gets forced to the boards. The big battle ensues. Comes down to the corner. Can be picked up by Bouthette. Who forces it to the far side, chipping in from the blue line though. And keeping him for the moment. Flo will try the opposite side. They do chip one up ahead. Trying to find some room to move now down below us. Forcing the puck up ahead is Cooper McDonald. He tries a shot there on a rough angle here as we listen for the goal announcement. There's Steele Landry with the second goal for the Flow. As you listen for the goal announcement. Making it 3-2. Looking for more now as Flow inside the Whitecaps zone. As the player gets taken down, gets back up. They try to fish that puck out. Whitecaps have it for the moment, but lifting the stick and pick it up. The Flow trying to come back out front with it. Couldn't quite connect with that pass, but Flow have it. Now maybe a chance for the shot. There it is! But sliding over and flashing the glove is McDonald. Making the save. Making sure there's no rebound with 8:29 to go here in the third. And they're looking to hang on to this 1-goal lead. And one too many players out. We only got 2 lines. Flow with one too many out there. Official with good eyes picks up on that. Flow win the draw though. Looking to get a shot off. Comes back here to the blue line. Trying to set something up was Wilson. Puts it down deep. Whitecaps will try to clear. They reverse corners. Looking to pick it up. It's going to be Varin. That's going to be picked off just inside the line now. Walking in, trying to find some room. Sets up for a shot. A nice shot block. As ripping that shot towards the goal was Landry. But the defender put himself in harm's way. Blocks that one. Protecting his goaltender. Now Whitecaps will look to clear. Kafara center. That's it. As Flo brings it quickly back the other way. Little draw pass, a little quick one time, doesn't make it through. McDonald out, down, gets the paddle down, makes 2 saves there on the short side. Whitecaps pick it up again. This time they do clear the zone down below us. But forgetting the puck, and they touch it, and they do. And checking the stick. Somebody might be heading to the store after this one as he checks the flex to see if it's broken or not. Offside will be the call. 7:39 remaining here now in the third. On the draw, Whitecaps have it. Looking cross ice now. At center. They gain the red line, dumping in deep. Almost like a funny bounce again, so Price had to be carefully looked over his shoulder. Now loose puck, a giveaway out front. There's a chance there. And I think the defender diving in front and Price both get a piece of it to keep that out. Flo will quickly get it out the other way. Looking to put it down deep towards McDonald. That was deflected by his own teammate in front of him there. As he was getting down to play that and went off his defender's stick, but did miss on the far side. But they can't clear. Back to the blue line, looking for a shot, and it comes. And there's Jack McDonald again, coming way out to the top of his crease, makes the save, makes sure there's no rebound. Exactly 7 minutes to go here in the third. Faceoff will stay inside the Whitecap zone. Here on the draw. As the Whitecaps player gets taken down. A couple parents here in the stands looking for a call. Play continues as the Flow player gets taken down as well. So referee's letting them go here a little bit. Long day as well. As we're towards the end of day one. Whitecaps do clear. Outside through center. Looking for it now. Flow picked that off, looking to come back the other way. They're over the blue line. Looking to set up. Threw one towards the goal that the Whitecaps pick off. Now they're quickly back the other way. Do get outside the line again. Looking for some room now. They take it on the far side. Puts the brakes on. Trying to set up. Hands it back to Landry. Landry takes it all the way around the goal. Trying to take it right out front. Now he hands it back to the blue line, but a little bit too far out of the reach. As the defender tried to reach over, Dixon couldn't quite catch up with it. So he got to pick it up back in his own zone as McDonald stopped that for him. Going to take it himself now as he brings it inside the line. Looking for some room. Trying to cut back to the forehand. Does. Has it. Puck's loose in the crease area. But it's cleared at the Flow. We'll try to clear the zone. Moves it up here. Partial 2-on-1 shaping up here as inside the line. Here on the short side. Looking up front. There's a pass. Getting down and backing over. As the defender just got back to tip that pass just enough. And they whacked at it. It comes over to McDonald. And he's going to cover it up. 5:44 now remaining here in the third period. As Flo coming close to trying to tie this thing up. On the draw now. Both teams looking for it. Comes to the half wall. Chipping in from the blue line was Chason. Loose puck now. McDonald hands it back off. They try to pass it back out front. Gets taken to the boards now behind the net with a little nifty pass to himself off the boards. Now at the blue line, looking for deflection in front. Finds one. And there it is. And there's the back of the net. And we're all tied. You see here that shot from the blue line. We get a shot here of his number. And I think that one is going to be number 36. It is Cooper McDonald tying this hockey game up at 3. So Flo coming all the way back here. 5:20 remaining in the third period, making it a tie hockey game 3-3. And now they're looking for more to get that face off and back up over the line. Looking to hand it off. On the wall now. All the way behind the net. Pass up front. Looking maybe to chip in from the blue line. But Whitecaps going to tip that out. Flo will have to reset. They start back inside their own line. Quick pass to the far side. Over the blue line now. Along the boards. Breaks on the boards. Trying to find something. That's spinning and turning. Look for a wild pass out front. Whitecaps pick it off for the moment. Now they look to clear. But trying to chip in. Big collision there. As both teams looking for a loose puck. It's watching players get brought up and never listen for the and it was Cooper McDonald with the goal. And then a chance there from Flo. And it's trying to go up high. That McDonald, the other McDonald, Jack McDonald gets a piece of. Flo trying to bring it back out front. Whitecaps force it to the far corner. Pass up through the middle now. That's picked off, and it goes off his stick and a race for it, but just getting back in time to pick that up is going to be Wilson. And now the Flo will spin away from a forecheck, chip it up. But that one's going to go a little bit too far as they skate back. Icing will be the call. 4:31 remaining here now in the third. Face-off will come down in the Flo zone. It was all Whitecaps back there in the first period and the beginning of the second period, but give the Flo credit for playing games quickly, especially towards the end of the day. Coming back, tying this up. Whitecaps keeping inside the zone though. Down deep in the corner. Trying to make something happen. Spin it off. Spin back. As two blue jerseys on top of him quickly. They pick up the loose puck and they're looking to bring it down. They're going to hand it back to the D though. They know where to go. It looked like they're going to chip it in deep. Now they'll try the opposite side. Hit the red line. Fire a hard one in right on top of McDonald, who paddles that to the boards. Now at the blue line. Kept in for the moment, but picked off, and the Whitecaps will send it up through center. Just inside the line now. Steps up top of the circle. Rips the shot, scores! Posting in. Firing that one there. And it's for the trick as well, as Xander Landry went in there, held onto it, and with each other just inside the circle, rips that one far post for him, close post. And the Whitecaps regain their lead, up by 1 with 3:40 to go here in the third period. Whitecaps looking for more now as they win that draw, send it in deep. All they ran to the opposite corner. Battle behind the net now. Both teams looking for it. Whitecaps come up with it, trying to come up front with it. Goalie all in the position, but can't quite get that on target. Flo will look to clear. Does come just outside the line. Whitecaps will set up again. Up through center. Pass picked off though. Flo quickly back the other way. Down to the corner. Putting the brakes on. Trying to go back to the blue line. Whitecaps stop it for the moment. Now he's tripped up. Referees let that go though. If I look over to my left, it's a just grin of some fans there. Now it's going to be deflected up into the coaches and out of play with 2:53 remaining here in the third. So it's third of the game for the Trickin. It's Xander Landry, and a beauty as well, as he scores 3 of the Whitecaps' 4 goals. And here's a battle down the corner off that draw. Flo not giving up though, as they're looking for some action here. Back to the blue line, long wrister. And there's McDonald way out as he does. Top of his crease, makes the save. Rebound comes to the corner. Flo have it, trying to spin off a defender. Forced to the other side, looking out front now, goes off a skate. Whitecaps pick it off, and they're looking to go the other way. Up through center, over the line now. As Udall loses the handle in behind, gets forced back to the corner. Whitecaps still with it, but now the Flow pick it up. They're gonna break it out. Cross ice pass over the blue line now. As bringing in is Johnson. Johnson, gotta put it down deep. Picked up by Griffin. Griffin loses the handle. The Whitecaps look to clear. They do gonna come just outside the line. Putting it right back in deep is Wilson. Some time here for the Whitecaps. They'll look to clear. They do chip it out. Wilson puts the brakes on, loses the handle. Picked up by the Whitecaps. They put the pass far side, walking in again. They scored here moments ago right there. This shot's blocked, doesn't get through. Flo looking to catch up with it now, back up through center. A minute and a half remaining here in the third. Over the blue line, Flo with it, trying to make its way through. Can't find no room. Loose puck though. And a shot towards net's blocked in front. Whitecaps pick it up. Goaltender still in the net as the Whitecaps make the way out there. All tied up. Now the referee's arms up. But first, going through, trying to go to the backhand. Price stays with them, makes the save. But as the Flow touch the puck, referee's arms up. I believe there's going to be a hooking call with 1:15 remaining here in the third. As heading to the box. It's going to be number 53. So Maxime Chasson heads to the box with his team down by 1. 1:15 to go here in the third. So Flo will have to score shorthanded. They want to tie this up. The Whitecaps get the draw. Or DDD up top. Now they go down low. Back to the blue line. They start to move it around here. Trying to make a room, find some ice. There's Dixon. He hands it off. Trying to make a move, but it's picked off at the blue line. Chance break short-handed. Trying to get some room. Trying to get the time space from the defender. Walks in, gets alone. And a big save. And a good play by the defender as well. Not to take a penalty on that there. That shot's blocked in front. Comes to the corner. As the defender just got back enough to tie him up. And then McDonald made the save. Now we got a 3-on-1 on the power play here. Short side, holding, shooting it. There's Price, flashes some leather himself. As coming down there and looking to go short side on the 3-on-1. Or Price coming out and flashing the glove with 30 seconds remaining here in the third. Short-handed, giving his team a chance. And they almost had a break there short-handed. End-to-end action here as we're towards the end of the period. On the draw here, Whitecaps go forward with it down on one knee, fires a shot towards Price, and he's down, but able to make the save, cover up. A few seconds tick off the clock. I'll redo that draw. On the draw, in the feet. Flo actually come up with it. Back the other way. Looking for some room now, McDonald. McDonald trying to force his way through. Loses the handle there, gets taken to the corner. Keep it at the blue line though, throwing a shot towards the net. Look for a bouncing puck. Goes off a few players that McDonald had to be careful with there as it actually went back. You see him getting a tap from his defenders in front of him. As firing a shot there from the blue line was Wilson. And the old knuckler bouncing puck came right in on McDonald. 10.8 to go here on the third. Goaltender still in the net for Flo. As Whitecaps just going to clear it out through center. Want to get this far away from their goalie as possible as time ticks down. I think time's going to run out on Team Flo. And as the horn goes, That'll do it for us here. Final score 4-3. Final shots on goal 18-14. 18 for the Flow, but the Whitecaps lead where it matters. That's the scoreboard. They take this one. 4-3 our final. I want to thank everybody for watching. That'll do it here for us for day one at the Wave Invitational. Mike Ellie here, going to signing off. I'll see you everybody tomorrow. I want to thank everybody again for watching. We'll see you next game.